And I would like to invite Timo to give his presentation. Timo, welcome. And I just kindly ask you that in the interest of time to please keep your presentation to 10 minutes. Welcome.
Yes, good day to everybody. Thank you very much. I will share my screen with you, and yeah, I will try my best to keep in time. I'm very happy to introduce to you today the study which we are working out at the moment. So the World Wind Energy Association, together with the National Association of Renewable Energy in North Rhine-Westphalia here in Germany, and the Japanese Community Power Network. We work on a study called Women in Community Energy, an international project. And yeah, today I represent this study, but we also have from the other associations female co-workers, so we work on a equal level. So just to point out this already in the beginning. So let me here. I hope you can see the next slides. Well, I can keep this short because Antonia already pointed out very detailed the numbers with which we are confronted. Also in the renewable energy sector, we have around 11 million people now working in the renewable energy sector, and only around 30% of these workers are women. So we have a gender gap here in practice, and IRENA estimates till 2050 that around 42 million people will work in this field. And of course, it should be the claim and the approach that this is equal, on an equal level, the participation from all genders. So I agree that it's not only a binary aspect between men and women. We concentrate in this study on women, but all gender should be participating equal. Yeah, but we also have a gender gap in theory. In the morning sessions, it was already announced. Only in the last 10 years, we see the development that the literature about gender and climate nexus is rising a little bit. Still, there is a lot of work to do, but we have even less and fewer studies on the role of women in the energy economics, energy politics, and especially, and this is our special approach, of the role of women in community energy. Of course, there are some individual promising studies, but there's a lot of work still to do, and what we are missing especially is an international comparison perspective for the possibilities of women to participate, to invest, to find access to community energy. And this is our target here from the three associations, I introduced us already to create this international comparison perspective. How do we do it? Of course, on the basic of literature review, but we also send it out to surveys to the community energy projects in North Rhine-Westphalia and also here in Germany, and also in Japan. It's two surveys. One is dedicated to the boards of the community energy projects, and one is dedicated to the shareholders of the community energy projects, with our target to find out more about the motivation of people who invest time and money in such volunteering projects, but also about the access structures. How are community energy projects anchored in their communities? How do they interact with the community? Of course, we are sure that on the basic on this question, we will find out also gender differences in the reason, the motivation, and also the participation possibilities in general between men and women. So yeah, we want to create an international comparison perspective. We will do this for sure in Germany and Japan. And let me also point out that we would be very happy if somebody is here who says or who can imagine also to distribute a service or to cooperate with us in a structural way, in any way. Be very invited to contact us. We are very happy about every help, and as more international data we can collect in the end, as better we can finalize our study, of course. So if you're interested in more details of this project, upcoming events, our advisory board with great experts which we won, and many things more, please check out this link. So yeah, another reason, another motivation for our project is that we believe that this is a central question also for democracy, for future democracy. As we can see in studies that the institutional form of participation is declining, means things like joining a party organization. This is also shown here for two of the most important German parties, that this membership development is declining. But studies show also that other forms of participation, of forms of democracy, are increasing, like citizen-initiated and policy-oriented forms. And if it is like this, then it's an important question if this is also increasing in a gender-balanced way. So I will skip this because I think we heard already from Katharina, also from Antonia, about this, about the numbers. The participation from women is limited because they are not as equal to men engaged in relevant working fields, which are directly connected to energy projects. They are also limited through private structures. So studies show clearly that women in industrialized democracies still spend by far more time on housework. This is also the case when both partners work full-time. Also, marriage and parenthood have a stronger negative effect among women than on men. And from what I can say till now from the literature analysis is that this is only one structural big problem, the gender nexus in the energy field. The other one is connected directly to the community energy projects, because normally localized and community-based projects should be the best entry structures for people who want to do volunteering work, invest time and money in something worthwhile. But we should ask here, are community energy projects at all open for participation? And in a webinar in which I participated lately, it was shown that if you ask the German community energy representatives about a self-assessment, it's what you get. This is what you get there, for example, and I marked disabilities FET, which I think is the most interesting for our studies. They believe themselves already as kind of reserved, not too much visible to the public, that this is at least expendable, too often invisible or perceived as a closed group. This means that we also have to find out in our study, why are community energy projects like this? How can they improve structural to be more open for participation for all people? Also, especially for women, which have already more problems to find access to such structures. And the answer will be that also community energy projects will have to change will have to be more open to the community, to the society, and it seems already for sure that in the end also one outlook will be that we should create open kind of structures or networks between the community energy projects, and especially gender-based approaches which are implemented in these networks to improve this structural situation. So, yes, this is my presentation, and I'm open for questions and all kind of remarks.
Thank you, Timo, for a great presentation. It was really amazing that you highlighted the gender gap, not only in practice, which we understand, but also in theory as well as for asking the question about the accessibility of community energy projects. And it's clear that there is still a lot of work to ensure that these projects are accessible for everyone in the community to take part in.